Morning, everyone. I just need to listen to this song, okay? Hi, guys. I don't want to cry because I shouldn't do but that fucking song. Shit all to anybody else, but it means so much to me. Now, I could play another song, I'll be fucking lost my shit. I'm okay. I just want people to know I'm okay. Alright? I'm perfectly fine. It's good to have a cry. Let me just set some stuff up. I'll be right with you. I wasn't going to do this today, but I'm like, fuck it. I want to play games. I want to fuck around with shit like that. I've got stuff to do today. This morning, I've got lots of shit that I need to do before my day actually starts. But I just want to let you guys know that I am safe. I'm certainly very, very, very well mental health wise. But things that haven't been good for me in the last probably month and a half to 2 months. And I just need people to know how I feel. I've told many people during my streams that stuff that happens in my life, including you know, my operation and all that I had. But I want you guys to know that men suffer from domestic violence as much as women do. And yes, I've been abused verbally. Person now, you guys know who she is. I don't need to tell you. Some of you don't know, and some of you don't know who I am. Domestic violence with men does happen. It may not be someone bashing the shit out of you. It may not be someone hitting you with a lump of wood. It might not be throwing stuff at you, but emotionally abusing you, verbally abusing you. Now, don't get me wrong, I have said my things, and normally I'm not that. What's the word I'm looking for? Normally I'm not that forthright when it comes to, if someone has a go at me, I step back. But I've stood up for myself several times in the last 2 months, not just with domestic violence, but with other stuff as well. And I don't let people walk all over me anymore. And sometimes I get a little bit confused of what's wrong and what's right. Right? But I do know in my heart that I've done everything humanly possible to help this person, and they get thrown back in my fucking face. I'm not looking for a pity party, and that has been brought up in the conversations that we've had. I'm not looking for some sort of fucking, I know, compensation, monetary, or fucking just be someone to sit by me and hold my fucking hand. All I want people to know and understand that it happens to us as well. I might look like some fucking big tough guy, and I'm certainly not. My fucking heart is just fucking so soft, it's not funny. And it has been fucking hard for me. You know, and I'm not doing this for clout. If I wanted to do it for clout, I wouldn't be fucking crying my fucking eyes out right now. It's as raw as fuck. It doesn't get much rawer than this. She doesn't understand the shit that she's done, and she should know better. She's suffered from domestic violence to the point that it would shock the fucking living shit out of you what she's been through. But I also know that some people I know now, with what they've gone through now, most of them are women, or nearly 99.9% of women. I get that. But for God's sake, there's got to be men out there that suffer this just as much as I have. You know, and this is emotional stuff that I've had built up probably for a long time. You know, and some people might say I'm weak. I don't care. If you think I'm weak, that's on you, not me. I was abused as a kid by my dad. And I had to say to my dad, because my psychologist said to me, you have to confront your dad and tell him enough is enough. And then my dad is my fucking hero. And I mean that. I mean that. If I lost my dad now, fucking hell, I would just be devastated. You know, he's getting older and older. I know my mum does a lot of things for him, and maybe it's best when when Dad's time and Mum's time is to go, is that Dad goes first because I can't look after Dad. He's too much. It'd be too much for me. We'd get through, but it'd just be fucked, to be honest. Now, my fucking body clock is all over the fucking shop. I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I went to bed at, I don't even know what time I went to bed, 9:30, but I woke up at 11 o'clock thinking it was fucking dawn. I'm getting enough sleep. So if you're worried about me not getting enough sleep, I get enough sleep. And if sometimes during the day, I'll fall asleep on my recliner, so be it, or I go and have a nap. But I know in myself that maybe I'm not well enough to be here at the moment. Maybe I need to have some respite because of the shit that I've gone through. Lockdown was hard for me because I can't go anywhere, but I'm normally a homebody anyhow. I love my time at home. I love being by myself. I get more shit done by myself than I do with someone here. I've reorganised my house 14 times and moved furniture 14 times during lockdown. And we haven't even we've gone to day 7, and I've actually been allowed to go out now because I've passed that. I'm on tier 3. If all I have to is have one negative test, almost said positive, negative test. And I waited in line for fucking 7 hours for a test because I needed to do the right thing by South Australia. For the state I love. And I love this state. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else than here. Sometimes I don't like the shit that happens in the state, but we get over that. And I also know that I try my best with her. And yes, I don't know, there's some sort of connection there. Fuck knows what it is. I don't really understand, but she knows when I'm feeling shit, and I know when she is. But I can guarantee she's far from worrying about me at the moment for the shit that I had to put up with yesterday. Now, I've done some wrong things, and I put stuff, when someone moves out of your house and they leave shit here, and I moved stuff from one room to the next so we could get Sarah in so she would be comfortable. Now, I had to say to Sarah, sorry, you can't have that cabinet anymore because I've got to give it back to Sonia. Sonia's coming out of rehab, and she came out fucking not even a month after she went in. And she really didn't give it a go. And I know that because that's what she's like. But I also know that the person I see that abuses me verbally is not the person I fell in love with 36 years ago. I have run 1800 Respect several times. And yesterday was the 4th time I had rang them. I rang the cops and said, what do I do? And they said, we can come and send a patrol. We'll come and send a patrol now if you want and have a talk to you. And the cop that came was so nice. His partner was having a giggle. We were both having a laugh. We were all having a laugh about fucking lockdown and the shit that they have to go through with people walking around with no fucking mask. Put a fucking mask on, for God's sake. That's all I ask. And if I see someone today without a mask, I'm asking them, why haven't they got a mask? And I'm going to have spare masks in my pocket that are sealed. In here, have a fucking mask. If you can't afford a mask, ask someone. Sorry, I'm getting angry because it pisses me off. I saw 2 women yesterday walking. When I went and picked up my groceries, which I'm allowed to do because I had no one else to do it, and I went parcel pickup, 2 ladies walked past me without a mask, chatting away. Now, they might have exemptions, but if they have exemptions, that's fine. And if I said anything, oh, we have exceptions. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But us as Australians have to ask people. Don't leave it up to the shop attendant who's 15 years old, or the 50-year-old shop attendant who's been abused 15 times. Now, people make it as a joke. I know several people that have gone to people's houses during fucking lockdown. That's fucking not on. Yeah, and you can go and visit them in 3 days' time, mate. All right, but fucking God's sake, stay at home. I'm getting off tangent now. This is not a COVID fucking video. I don't even know how long I'm going to go for. But I certainly know that what I feel in my heart today is sorrow, because I 3 weeks ago I took an IVO out on her because I didn't know how to control her anymore. And I don't control her. That's the wrong word. I didn't know how to control myself talking to her. And I might have yelled at her yesterday, but I was standing up for myself. She marched in here looking for shit, and I said, "You're not even meant to be inside." And she goes, "Oh, put your mask on." I said, "I can't put my mask on when I'm talking to you like this because my fucking whole face heats up." And yes, my blood pressure is probably as high as fuck. And she's looking for shit. And I'm like, "Don't worry about it, Sonia. You've got all fucking day to worry about it. This stuff's not going anywhere. You can't get a truck and bring shit in now." This is what I was trying to say to her. You can't bring like, you asked for the TV, the heater, several other items like her air fryer and stuff, all electronic shit. She's not going to need an air fryer at her dad's. But I'm just saying to her, I said, "Whatever you don't get today, get later. It's not going anywhere." Right? And then she caused the biggest fucking commotion. "I'm looking for my pillows." "No, the fucking pillows." I said, "Yes, we'll find them. They've got to be in this house." I thought she took them with her, took the pillow with her to her dad's, right? But she must have taken her bedding with her, and that's what I looked at. I had no fucking idea what she took and what she didn't take. I wasn't looking at that day when she came here, or that day. I was trying to protect myself to make sure if she just pushed through me, which she did, right through the door, and knocked me over. I'm not talking hypotheticals. Like when she walked in, I put my hands up. I'm like, now I have cameras now. Everything got recorded yesterday, and I've looked at the footage, and I'm like, "Oh, Matt, that was probably a bit silly that you confronted her like you did, but by the sound, like she was abusing you, so you went, no, I'm not putting up with that." And I said, "You stop." I said, "Stop, Sonia," and I've said that many times. And I didn't want to name names, but fuck it, I'm going to, because this is as raw as it gets, people. And everybody's going to say, "Oh, you just did this for clout." I know what people will say, because people said that before when I came out gay. We did a video about that. Well, we did a stream. Whatever. I don't know what I am. I love women. Like, I guess at the moment, I wouldn't say no to anything. And I tried many times to just try to get it to calm down, 3 weeks ago, however many fucking days ago it was. I'm losing track of days. And I know I'm crazy. I don't need to be told. And that's what she said to me yesterday. You're crazy, Matt. I said, fucking oath I am. I'm fucking insane. Maybe I should be in respite right now. Or call someone. I said, no, I'm not calling anyone but the police when you leave. She goes, what? I said, because you have abused me in my own house. And that's domestic violence. I'm sorry, but it's going to get reported on you. If you can't report your own fucking shit, right, with Daryl, that's not my problem. It's all right, Bruce. My mental health has been happening for fucking years. It's just come to a catalyst where I have to speak out about this. I had no idea that what women go through. I'm not a person that would. I got told that I was a narcissistic gaslighter. And someone said to me, Matt, if you're a narcissist, I'm fucking the Pope because you're far from it. And those people don't really know the real me. They might see me on the movie set. They might see me doing some acting, might see me at meetings for movies and shit. But, they don't see the real Matt, the kind-hearted Matt. I'm not tooting my own fucking horn here, all right? The person that says, it's okay, I'll look after you, Matt, if I have to. And at the moment, I need to look after myself, to be honest. And I have to pick myself up, dust myself off, and continue on like anyone. See that man up on the top of the corner there? That's my son. Yeah, he can be a little shitbag and he can be a fuckhead and he can do stupid things, but he's still my son and I love him very much. And that's one reason why I'm still alive and haven't done anything to myself since 2014. Now, he was born in 2006, so, that will give you the type of shit that I go through every day with my mental health. I haven't thought about suicidal thoughts for a long time. When I say that, the other day I thought about it. But I'm like, I can't do that to myself. I can't do that to the people I love. I've never had a relationship with my daughters like I have now. They are my best friends. And they know, my daughter knows when I'm not going too well, she needs to talk to me. And she knows that I suffer from, and she does too. She suffers from anxiety, and she'd be the first person to say, Daddy, it's okay to cry. So maybe the lockdown did a lot more to me than what I think it did. Do you know what I mean? Someone said to me yesterday, you're going through the lockdown blues, or not so much lockdown blues, but the mental health is fucking all over the shop. Do you know what I mean? But I know in my heart that I did the right thing yesterday. And what I said to the cops, what I did, I said, am I doing the right thing? And they said, yes. I said to 1-800 respect, am I doing the right thing? Yes. I don't want to see you go to jail. I don't want to see her get a fine. I don't want to see you go to court. I know what it's like to go to court, and it's a horrible thing. I've never been to jail. I've visited a jail and played basketball against the prisoners, against the basketballs, against the prisoners. That was enough for me to say I don't never want to go to jail. Because 3 months later, the basketball thing got locked down, and that was it. We never went back. We never went back to play against the prisoners. A matching T-shirt, matching coffee cup. I'm so proud of these T-shirts, and I don't give a fuck what people think about them. I'm so proud of this one. This is our best seller. Oh, our best giveaway because I don't fucking charge anyone for them. You know, I'm losing money hand over foot. $349 of merchandise bought the other day. I give it all away. If that people want to give me a donation, that's fine. But if you're going to give a donation at the moment, I suggest you give it to some sort of men's health. What we'll do is I'll do a little search about men's health and we'll put a donation thing up. If you want to donate to that. I know which one we'll use. I don't actually use that one. Probably men's health donations. I know charity. Don't get me started on charities, I tell you now. I'm not meant to mention it, but I'm fucking going to. And I don't really care the fucking... Look at him, he's fucking sick. He's not well. Leave him the fuck alone. Do you think I can find one now? Top blokes at school. I've got no idea where they are. Doesn't matter where they are. They're in Australia. All right. Doesn't have to be Adelaide. We're having a bit of a session at the moment where I've had a massive cry. You can go back and have a look at it a bit later. But I can tell you now, what is this about? Hey, bro. Yeah, I've had a massive cry, and what I had to do yesterday was serve Sonia with an IVO, which is like an apprehended violence order, but without the cops coming here and arresting her. So the cops, I spoke to the cops yesterday. She came here and all some fucking hell of fucking just opened up. At first she was all right. Now she wasn't allowed to come near me, but she goes, "Can you please?" Yeah, crazy. I know who you are, bro. She came here and she asked me, through the door, because I'm meant to be in quarantine, and I'll talk about that in a minute. That, can you please help me with the fridge? It's too heavy for me to lift. And I said, I put my mask on. I said, yeah, okay, whatever. I picked up the fridge and I said, it's social distance, though, son. You need to move out the way. Let me handle the fridge. Once I get to the car, I'll lift it up into the hatch and you can push it in and I'll move you out the way. All right? She said, oh, hang on a sec, hang on. I went, no, there's no hanging on because I'm only doing this. And the rest of the shit you can load up. Okay? And I'm going back inside. Not that I don't want to help you or anything, and I can't help you. And she said, well, fucking fine. And I went, oi, don't. You just asked me to help. She said, "You're nothing but a cunt." And I said, "All right, here we go." And I stood back and I said, "Here's your fridge. It's in the car. See you later." And she goes, "No, I'm going to have my fucking say." And I said, "You've had many times you've had your say in the last 4 months since you've been in this place. And technically, you should be still in rehab because 2 weeks is not enough time for them to even assess you and how you're going." And she said, "I'm better." And I said, "No, you're not. Look at you. You're fucking manic as shit, right? You're worried about your shit that can stay here forever and a day. You don't need 15,000 pot plants at your dad's place at the moment. You might need some clothes, the essentials. Get your TV if you want your TV. Get your heater if you want to get your heater. Get some clothes, and you're gone." And she's trying to lift into her car in a Dodge Journey a fucking massive outdoor seat, a round seat. Now, Chris knows the shit that I go through, and we speak probably every single day. And I've known Chris since she was 16, 17. She's not that now. She's 34, I think. And so I treat her as one of my daughters, like one of my daughters, and she is part of the family that way. And we've said, fuck her, we've got to just forget about her now. But it's so hard to forget 36 years of friendship and around about 7 or 8, maybe no more than that, 11 years of having being partners and having a relationship. Now, the opening of the video, yes, I was bawling my fucking eyes out. They say men shouldn't cry. That's bullshit. But what I do know is I never thought that I would make a video about domestic violence, about my own domestic violence that I got myself into with knowing this person. Now, she's never hit me. She's called me a minder, a retarded motherfucker. She's called my son retarded in his face. My son suffers from Asperger's and many other problems that he has, but it is my son. And that kid is, the other day, he made up a song about me. I didn't like the song, right? And I did laugh, but I had the whole family laughing doing Family Fortnight. We do Family Fortnight nearly every day and nearly every night, except for last night when everyone was so tired and everybody said no. And here I am bouncing off the walls at fucking 7 o'clock ready to play. And she's come in here and she's pushed away in. I said, "You're not even meant to be inside." Technically, she broke all the rules of quarantine because I said to her, "You're only getting stuff outside. Whatever's inside, I'll put out, and I'll put out the back, and you can go through it if you want. You can spend 4 hours here. I don't care. I'm happy to talk through the door to you." And when the cops came here, she'd already left, obviously. And they said she shouldn't even been in the house, man. I said, "I know that, but I can't stop her. I couldn't stop her. She was in. She let the fucking dog out. I had the dog down the fucking street, chasing the dog, and the dog wouldn't come back because she was yelling, I was yelling. Yeah, I did raise my voice because I'm trying to defend myself. But I certainly didn't call her a cunt and a fuckwit or anything like that, or a fucking imbecile. So that's the stuff I've gone through. And over when she came here last time, oh my God, she pushed her way through the door to the point that I had to stand back and go, and put my hands in the air. I said, "What are you doing?" "I'm coming into the house and getting my fucking shit, some of my shit." And I'm like, "Okay, but don't need to push your way through. You got a key. Well, open the door." "Oh, you took too long." I said, because I just had a fucking operation. I don't bounce up straight away. This was over 4 weeks ago, or nearly 4 weeks ago that I had my operation, 23rd of June. So what are we now? 27th, 28th. Go back and watch the beginning of the video, love, if you want to have a cry, because that's where it happened. I cried my guts out because I played a song that means a lot to me, that that reminds me of her. Now, I could play another song and I'd be losing my fucking shit. Big time. And I love you, Chris. I really do. You're one of my best friends. We bounce off each other really well. I think you're gorgeous. Just a beautiful person as well. And I will get to the States again. So crazy, I'm coming to the States, bro. And we're going to have a fucking Twitch fest. That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? But we're going to have a Twitch fest, and I'm going to meet up with all my people that come to my channel that are from America, and come to my YouTube channel, and I've been friends with for a long time. Well, we tried to work out the other day how long we've been friends for, didn't we, Chris? And I still can't fucking work it out, because I reckon it was about 2000, 2002, 2003. So nearly 20 years. Because I remember the girls were about 3 when we started doing stuff for WWE Club, and that was the best times in my whole life, helping that forum out. And when I first came into the forum, I got told off for spamming shit. I didn't understand what a forum was, and then I got trusted to be a mod probably 6 months later, and then I was one up. I was like, Chris was here, and I was here, but because she was such a legend of what she did, and she must have spent hours and hours on trolling through fucking stuff on that forum to make sure everyone was safe. And we had a crew there that were really fun. We called it the Naughty Police. We weren't allowed to. All right, just me and her and a couple others were the Naughty Police. And then there was another bunch of guys who were just fucking idiots, to be honest. They used to bully people, right? We used to have to fine. We used to have to say, stop bullying people. And I said to, hang on a second. I said to the owner of that forum that we have a major problem in bullying. He goes, I know, I cop it every day from them too. He said, it's already know, you don't need to tell me something I don't know. And I said, okay, it's just as long as you know. And then Chris was getting bullied as well. And I'm sure Chris doesn't mind me saying it. And I got bullied in real life, right? Nearly a month ago. Yeah, it would be a month today, a month tomorrow at work. Because the guy said to me that I was too slow when I was walking around the car park. And I said, well, I just had an operation. Or maybe you shouldn't have come back maybe you came back too early. And that's not your judgment, mate. That's, hey, do you have a fucking degree in medicine? And me and my doctor said, maybe you did go back too early, but who gives a shit? It happened and it did. Okay. Speaking the truth in this, I will stand by any woman that has been bashed, sexually abused, belittled, gaslighted, being with a narcissist. I will stand by a woman because I know what it feels like now to be gaslighted, belittled, and fucking just being a doormat. My domestic violence is it's just very, very, very small, a little drop in the ocean compared to what I've heard other people and their stories. And I'm sure they don't mind me mentioning their names, but I'm not going to. And yeah, maybe I did the wrong thing by Sonia saying someone asked me, it was my ex-wife, how's Sonia going? This is the cause of the problem. Right? And I said to Alex, I said, she's not well and she's going to rehab, but she'll get better. That's all I want to know, Matt, because our son's in that house. When I say that, occasionally. Like, Caleb wanted to spend time with me today or yesterday. I said, you can't, buddy. We're in isolation, not meant to be moving between houses. And plus, you're in quarantine, I'm in quarantine. That's how it is. I would love to have my son here. The thing is, he'd be sitting here at the moment. It's fucking whatever time it is, 3:30 in the morning, right, playing games, because that's what he does. Can't get into bed, right, or he'll crash one day. Now, what I've been talking about is very raw, and if it like, go back and watch the video at the beginning if you want. Please seek help. I rang 1-800 RESPECT, which is a domestic violence helpline for people that are being abused, for people that abuse their partners or whoever, right? And just someone to, it's basically just a counselling hotline, and they will make notes of what's happened. So if anything happens to me, or happened to me yesterday, if I got stabbed by Sonia, or her dad came here and shot my fucking head off because he has a shotgun, all right, there would be some sort of, it's all recorded as well, but there'll be some sort of record of Matt rang 1800 RESPECT. Now, I've rang it 3 times now, and I've got help. Not help. They've helped me, talked me down, and gave me some advice, and they gave me some numbers to ring for Men's Health, and maybe I need to ring them this morning before I need to get my shit together. Now, I have to apologise to you, Mark, but I haven't played any Warzone with you because I've been so flat out with other stuff. If you have a look at my kitchen, yesterday I got 4 ton of food for Sarah and I, and when I say 4 ton, I can't fit any more in my fridge. All right, so we're all right for the next at least fucking 3 weeks. I had to buy some sugar, so I bought 2 packs of the big sugar. They're the yellow things. I don't need 2 packs, but I bought them. I don't need to buy sugar now for fucking probably a year. You can't see it, but on the ground, you can't see my chairs anymore. You know, there's 2 30 packs of soda. Now, I shouldn't drink soda because of my diabetes, but I have the diet stuff as well. This morning I've got to go and deliver the rest of the pamphlets now. I've been slow on that, and I've got someone helping me with that. I will smash it out today. Right, so I'm allowed to go outside. I'm free. There's no lockdown for me anymore because it went from tier 1 to tier 3 overnight. And if you've got one negative test, you can go out to the community now, like anyone else. We went out of lockdown last night at 12:01. Now, I didn't see any videos. I was asleep, but I'm guessing people have been driving around like lunatics. Like, because the police minister said you can't, the police commissioner, the highest policeman in the state said, don't drive around. Quarantine or self-isolation or staying at home or lockdown means you don't go for a drive. Now, these 2 idiots went for a drive and tried to get some sort of fucking car rally happening against the pandemic, against freedom, like against laws that lock us down. And I'm like, it was just 2 of them. And no fucking idiot or no one is that much of a dickhead that's going to join this little car rally. Because what will happen? The cops rocked up. The cops found out about it because they were putting stuff on social media. People reported it to the cops. And they got pulled over and they said, what are you doing? He goes, we're just going for a drive. You can't go for a drive in a pandemic or in a lockdown situation. You're meant to be home or doing essential shopping or going to get your medical, your meds and stuff, or your tablets. That is it. There's no social fucking outing that you can have. And the cops said, go home, and we'll check on you in a couple of hours to make sure you're home. If you're going to go to the shops, which they said they were going to go to and get essential stuff, that's fine. But in 2 hours' time, we'll come and check on you. Now, all the retail shops like Foot Locker and clothing shops are all closed. There was no, like, if you needed underwear, the only underwear you're going to get is what's in the supermarket. There's no high-end, like, fucking lingerie or anything like that. All right? And I guarantee today, when the retail shops open, there'll be a fucking lineup. There'll be a lineup to go to fucking, I don't know, EB Games, which is like GameStop. God knows. And they're only allowed to have a certain amount of people in the shop and social distancing, and everyone has to wear a mask now, no matter what, if they're in the shops. Everyone. And I saw a lady, I said this previously in the video going back, two ladies walking down near the shopping centre, down past where I was doing parcel pickup to get my groceries. I'm allowed to do that because it's essential, and I had no one else to do it. We're going to get my mum and dad travel 200 miles, 200 k's to come and give me shopping. That's ridiculous. My kids are working, they're essential workers. The only one that was sitting home was my daughter's son, and you're not allowed to go and visit anyone. So he could have gone and got my shopping for me, right, and dropped it off, and then that's done because he's caring for someone, because that's one of the rules as well. So I'm sitting there waiting in parcel pickup there, sitting on my boot, the tail of my boot, right, on my phone, just looking at shit, as you do, waiting, have my mask on. These two ladies walk past with no masks. Now, today, I will say something to someone. If they don't have a mask, I have a packet of spare masks in my pocket. I say, here's a mask. Just put your mask on. Now, I've bought also cloth masks because I can't, the surgical ones that give me pimples here. Right? And the other day I was wearing one, it was itchy as fuck. Next thing you know, there's a pimple. Like I'm a teenager. So we got off track about talking about COVID, which is fine, and it's calmed me down a little bit. But, when I say calm down, I was crying at the beginning of the video. And I just want to say to everybody, please understand that this is no clout. This is raw Matt. This is the Matt you're going to get. This is the honest Matt. The Matt that tries to do everything for everyone else. He tries to help people out. And, I've got Sarah here, my new housemate, who's gone through a lot of stuff herself. And stuff that make you fucking, like, it made my hair curl when she talked about her shit. Okay? And she's such a sweet person. And that is the person I want to be around. That's the person I want to share my house with. Not a person that I've known for 36 years and turns on me like that. And yeah, I might have said some things that I don't mean them. And even last night she goes, I'm not coming this afternoon. I mean, okay, that's fine. Because she was going to come back and get more stuff. I've been sick and I've got a headache. And I'm like, well, do you want me to feel sorry for you? Because you just said to me 2 hours ago that you don't want to be part of my pity party. Because I said to her, I'm not going too well mental health wise, and I'm going to a group called Grow. And we go there and we talk about our mental health issues, and there's a regimented program. So if you guys want to know about that, please look it up on Facebook. It's called Grow, a proven program for mental well-being. That's what it is, and there's steps that you've got to go through. And it's a bit like Narcotics Anonymous and Alcoholics Anonymous. It's based on the same. And I've got books here that they've given me like $45 worth of books, which I haven't paid for yet. But they said they're for free. If you can't afford them, they're for free, but I can afford them. If I really wanted to afford them, I could afford them. So I've taken way too much time here. And usually when I do videos like this, we really fucking go way off track. Which is fine. We can do that because we've talked about what we needed to talk about. And a lot of people say to me, Matt, that I found out that you have a heart that people just smash. How come I got $12? How the fuck have I got $12? Huh? Been paid already? How can I be paid already? Oh, that's for last. That's a bit fucking weird. How come it's only $12 though? What's coming out? My coffee, where? I don't even know where that is. $39. says it's pending. You don't even know what that charge is for. Oh, okay, I've got money here that I didn't even know I was going to get. That's all right. $49. Maybe I should send that to. Actually, what I'll do is I haven't. No, fuck it. I'll do that later because I'm looking for a Foxtel refund, which hasn't come through yet, and it's been fucking 15 days now. And I rang them every day since the 5 days had passed, but it should be dropping in my bank. And I said, "Oh, it's in there." And I'm like, "No, it's not. It's not in there at all, you dickheads." So, yeah, maybe I might leave that money. Maybe I want to go and buy myself something today. I can't believe I got paid by my pamphlet drop and I didn't do anything. It's not this week's. We haven't finished the drop off yet. $49. I got paid 27 last week. How come I'm getting paid double? I don't get it, bro. We're here for you. We're here for you. Wish you can make it better. You'll get through this. Oh, mate, I've had tough times so much before. Good stuff's coming my way. I just want to go back to work, bro. We finished our lockdown. I want to go back to work. I want my shift to start tomorrow. And that will give me purpose to forget about shit and just look after the chickens because that's all I do. When I go to work, the chickens like follow me around like I'm their mother. 10,000 chickens. My story is long, Mark, and one day we'll sit down and have a chat. My mental health story is long. It's over 11 years of, and I don't want people knowing about my personal shit because if that's going to help them understand mental health, and you might have the biggest heart in the world when it comes to mental health, that's great. But some people don't. They don't give a fuck about other people. And what you get from me is fucking raw shit. As in what you got today is fucking the rawest shit that I've probably ever put out there. Okay, and I do a lot of these just chatting ones because I thank Bruce for hosting as well because he said, "What are you doing today?" And I said, "Just prepare yourself because that's what we're doing." And I saw you just clicked on that as well and said, "G'day." Thank you for your support, man. And I've only known you for a few days, and that donation I sent to your channel wasn't much. It was $3 Australian, which was fuck all for you. For American dollars, it's fuck all. But I thought I couldn't do any biddies or anything like that because you're not affiliate yet, and I'm not affiliated yet either. But I know when I come back, we're gonna smash that affiliate out. I'm not looking for money. What I'm looking for is a community that will respect everyone, and we'll have some fun with some emojis that we've got all lined up. And already on some of the emojis that Bone Daddy's made are in the Discord. And if you want to invite the Discord, if you're sitting in the chat now and you feel that you want to know about a little bit more about Agent Rodman, aka the Toad Man, aka the Loaf Man, aka Ronald. We're getting T-shirts. We're getting some of them merch T-shirts. We're getting "Who's Ronald" on it because I got this kid came in and said, "Hey, going Ronald?" I said, "I'm good, thanks." I didn't want to correct him because I didn't feel that it was right to. He came into our Fortnite game. I was calling him Ronald the whole time. He's just a fan and stuff like that. So, which is hilarious. And then even my kids now, we always make a joke about it. Where's Ronald? So we're getting a T-shirt made. Where's Ronald? And so we'll have several T-shirts for mods and stuff like that, and VIPs. We're going to have a Hot Mess Jess T-shirt. This is my daughter. Just imagine what that's going to be like. would be fucking hilarious. And then the Gecko, Australia. When I say Noel Dundee or something like that. Don't care about the money either, but it's just something that gets you by. Okay, my internet's decided that it would shit itself. This is the thing, you think the Australian internet here is shit. Our internet is the worst in the world, and we're a civilized country. We're not a third world country. I'm happy you found us as well, man. And not every day is a great day, I can tell you now. Yesterday was, I wanted to play Warzone as much as anyone, but I had to go and do stuff. Not that because the Scooby was coming. Now I call Sonia Scooby, as in Scooby Doo. Not because she was coming. Okay, because I had other stuff on that I needed to do, i.e., for filming shit. Now, because we come out of lockdown, we can go and do some filming. And I know there's guys out there that part of my crew that want to get into filming straight away. And I'm like, easy turbo. If you ever want to add me on Facebook, that's my Facebook. It doesn't say Matt, it says Brenton Shane. I hide myself from Facebook because I have several stalkers and wankers that want to bring my movie shit down. And one day they're going to talk shit about me and I'm going to go, there you go, there's a movie. Now, we have over, I can't remember the whole thing, but we have over 700 hours of footage. We can make 14 movies, or more than that. We can make movies for days with the footage we've got. Some of it's really raw and we need to refine it. We've got to do CGI on it. Now, Callum, our first movie that we ever tried to attempt to make, is so close to being finished, it's not funny. We've got CGI done. We've got, when I say CGI, say we've been filming in this wall here, okay, but we have to change the wall because it's not fantasy and it's not middle-aged stuff. So we put bricks on it and we put flames through it because hell is in the other side of that wall. That's the CGI I'm talking about. So we had to change people's. Some people were wearing sneakers, which is fine. Whatever we felt like they were comfortable with, we said just wear them and we'll work it out later. We've had to change some of them I'm wearing Nike sneakers nearly all the way through Carmelo's, like Jumpman's, all the way through one movie. So we've had to blacken that out and made them boots. So I could wear boots now because I've got work boots, but I understand life is more important. I wish I could play, and we all have priorities. You have to take care first, and then we can play. I guarantee all this hardship you're going through is for a reason. Being strong, it means the movie. Yeah. It's the whole thing is it's not the quality. It's there. Sorry, the quantity there is there, but not the quality. Does that make sense? Talon is really raw to the point that one of my mates said to me, it's so hard to do CGI in this shit. And he's been helping me out for probably about a year on it. About a year, full time on a year. And he's gone to me, this footage that you've got on this hard drive, Matt, is you can't even use half of this stuff because it's way too hard to edit. And I said, I understand that. Some of the stuff we can't use. But we filmed, as I said, we have 700 hours worth of stuff. That's for every movie that we make and every document. We've got a documentary coming out too. I hope I do. And the whole thing is, I don't want to be some fucking director, Hollywood director. I just want to be a director in a state in Australia that's making a name for itself. You know, and I've had my problems with media. You know, I had a film crew follow me. You know, one of those ones where like shop reporters, where they run up and Matthew Hampton. And I said to her, I said, yes. She expected me to run, as if I'm going to fucking run. I got nothing to run from. And I sat there and answered her questions, and her questions were quite controversial. And it was on TV. And And it was like for a week, they plastered my name on commercial TV. Matt Hampton, the dodgy director. Matt Hampton this, Matt Hampton that. And I'm like, well, you can look it up and put Matt Hampton, dodgy director, and you're going to get so much shit. It's not funny online. Don't believe half the stuff that's online. There's a page about me. Now, we've tried to take it down, which we got it down, and then it popped up again because they created another one. They've been quiet, though, to the point that they don't give a fuck anymore, probably. You know, and there is a thing, Matt Hampton Today Tonight. If you look that up, all right, if you look that up, there's two 15-minute, around about 15-minute segments on me. One is quite personal, talks about my finances. Now, if I really wanted to be a prick, and I still might do this, when I get a bit of money behind me, I'm going to sue Today Tonight for putting my fucking shit out there. To have some fucking dickhead talk about me and say, oh, he owes me money. Now, that dickhead is not who you think I'm talking about. So if you come back on this, and there's lawyers that watch my channel, if you come back on this and serve me another defamation order, go ahead. Because you know what? There is no money. You think I'm like, have a look at my house. I can give you a tour of my house, and it's ghetto in Adelaide, and that's what it's called. Oh, mate, you've got no idea the shit that I have to put up with haters. People come into the YouTube channel and actually death threaten me. And I had to move because of that. That death threat, my son was playing the video game. He was playing Vampire, I think, and the death threat came through. He goes, Daddy, does someone want you dead? Hello, Loki. My dog's decided it would wake up. My dog is called Loki. Let's introduce Loki to the channel. Come here. In the Twitch channel, everybody knows Loki, but not many people know it on YouTube. Come here. Where are you? Come around here. Around here. Right. Up. Up. Jump up. Jump up. There he is. Hello. Now, Loki's named after Loki, the Marvel character. Now, I didn't name him. He was named before I got him. He's an American pit bull staffy. He's the biggest sook this side of the world. He's scared of a fucking poodle, for God's sake. All right, I'm gonna let you outside for a week. Don't worry. Come on, quick. Now, when my Twitch channel is going, we have several commands to feed Loki a treat. And we used to have a dog called Dusty as well. And them two, you know, they used to get on, but they weren't the best buds. And we had several. Christmas Day last year, we had a dog fight because I gave them a bone, and then both of them looked at each other and went for the same bone. And that was probably my fault. So for nearly 15 minutes, they fought, and I tried to separate them. I got bitten. Loki had several big injuries around his neck and stuff like that. Stuff that probably didn't need to go to the vet. We didn't do that because I looked at it and said, that'll just heal. And Dusty had a nice scar on her head. And that happened live on Twitch. And people could hear me yelling, saying stop. And Bone Daddy's messaging me on Discord saying everything okay. And I'm like, I had my phone sitting on my bench and shit. Let's have a look here. What you've written. I should have moved to Australia when I was going to. You're going to move to Melbourne? Melbourne's great. Melbourne is the coffee capital of Australia, and I love coffee. Melbourne, I have a love for, but I wouldn't want to live there. All right, visiting there is great. The Aussie Rules football is great. Like I support the Adelaide Crows here, and the Crows have been together since 1991, and we've won 2 premierships. But then I chose Florida, and that I would be cool if we could meet each other in person. But that's shit. But shit, look, we still meet each other, which is cool. My friend Chris wants to move. Chris, that was in the channel just then, before, she wants to move from New York to Florida. Her main goal in in her life at the moment is to move from New York City to Florida because she's got friends in Florida, and she said more relaxed in Florida, and that's really great. You know, that's what I want to hear. I've been to New York. I've been to America twice, 1992, 1995, long time ago. People hate on you every day. It's all right, man. I used to get it every day. Now it's not so bad. Probably once or twice a day, once or twice a week now. Like one day I'll make it, and one of the haters won't be on. You know, I'm like one day I'll make it, and one of the haters won't. They'll be on the street being beggars. I've been on the street, bro. I've lived. I've lived in my car for nearly 3 weeks. I've lived in my car. What do you want? You want something to eat? I don't know what I've got to eat, buddy. We've got some jacks. You love jacks, but I don't. Last time I had jacks, you didn't like. Sit. Sit. Got it? This one's favourite. Sleeps all fucking day. He's only just turned 2 in March. He sleeps with he ate the jazz. I love coffee as well. I do too. Coffee is my staple in the mornings. This is my coffee cup. This is a Wolves coffee cup. This is a Wolves shirt. This is one of our movies. All right. What I'll do is I'll get Instagram up, and I'll put it in the chat so you can. Because before my ban on Twitch, which is fucking ridiculous, to the point that I just let it go because I'm not even going to fight it. It's no point in it. But I will get my revenge on that person that reported me because I know who it is, and he knows who he is. Oh, yeah, we do. He knows. He knows. You know, a lot of stuff about me, but he does. He chatted up my girlfriend at the time. Now I go chatting up your mate's girlfriend. Now we don't know each other for a bar of soap. We only know each other through us streaming. And I met him through someone else. Any help would help. Now that's my Instagram. If you look at the links on the page there, on my title page, it will say the 2 movies. Actually, why not? I'll just put them in the chat. Don't. Now, my Instagram, I'm heavy on my Instagram, like to the point that I've got 5,000 photos on Instagram. I have also over 1,100 people following me on Instagram, which is not many if you think about it. Okay, you want another one? Yeah. Are you hungry? Is this your breakfast? See it? Boy, so gentle when he takes stuff off your hands. It's amazing. Any help would do, bro. I don't need anyone to go overboard though. But if you want to share it around and stuff like that, I popped in your little thing today because I haven't posted it yet. I'm going to post it today. A stubby holder for my channel. So technically, the channel, like for Agent Rodman, has the. If you look on Discord, that little logo, that's what we use for my. I can't show you my fucking channel because it's not there. They've suspended it. But if you want to do stuff for me, that's fine, you know, and I'm willing to help out. You know, we've gone off track with domestic violence now, so we're just talking about Twitch and YouTube, and so welcome to my YouTube channel if you're new. This is the rawest you're going to get with what I'm talking about, what I've talked about today. I haven't done a live feed video on YouTube for a while. Mark, if you want to, you can look through all our clips of our movie stuff, which is we put bloopers and all sorts of clips of our movie stuff on this channel. So if anybody wants to look at that, you're quite welcome to. Quite welcome to. And if you want to share them and stuff like that, I have no issue. Just be careful where you're sharing them, though. Try not to get into trouble. All right. If anybody wants to add me on Facebook, I don't have a problem, but I will be going through. If you add me, I will be asking you a couple of questions because I don't want haters on my Facebook. And it's not I got undercover name there because Brenton Shane is not my name. My name's Matthew Shane or Matt. But I put in your little parcel there that I'm going to send today. I didn't send it the other day because I just didn't have the money to pay, and I really shouldn't have been out going to the post office, but I did do it. And plus, it was essential that I had to go and do some shopping, grab something from that shopping centre that I couldn't get online. Well, I actually forgot to get online. We had to get some water. I don't know why my housemate put the water on the floor when there's a bench there. I don't know. See where those yellow things are? We had water up there, like carton water. She can't drink the tap water, which is fine. Most people can't. I do. This is full of powdered Powerade, which I shouldn't have, but who gives a fuck? So what we're going to do now is leave. I'm going to do some gaming very quickly. What's the time by me? What's DV? Domestic violence. You should know that, Sam. What are you doing? So, just to recap, we'll just do a quick recap. I got your request there to follow, and I'll do it in a second for you, bro. It's not like it's not going to go away. I'm a sufferer of domestic violence. I have been belittled, told that I'm a retard, told that that nothing will happen in my life but misery. Got told to go to hell, but also got told that this person doesn't care about me anymore and couldn't give a fuck what I do with my life. And I know that's untrue because I know she does still care. So we're recapping now. I had to do an IVO on it and have a police standby here. And we will do that today. All right. We will do that today. She was going to come yesterday, and all I need to do is if they start raising their voice at me, all right, I can then call the cops and have her basically watched over while she moves shit. And if she says anything derogatory to me, they will arrest her. All she has to do is say, Matt, you're a dickhead. That would be it. Because I've gone through so much pain in the last month with her, even though I thought she was in rehab, and she should still be in rehab. 2 weeks is not going to do it. Hang on, buddy. 2 weeks is not going to do it with rehab. She is a lot more than... Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. You don't want me to call you because you'll be on the phone for fucking hours. Okay? I take it from me, Bone Daddy fell asleep one day on the phone call with him on Messenger, on Facebook Messenger. He fell asleep while he was talking. Like, hello. It's middle of the night for him. Okay, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. And it goes with anyone that wants to call me. My phone is always on. So we're recapping now. So I had to basically report to the police, or have reported to the police, a person I've known for 36 years. And yes, we had a relationship together. We used to live together as boyfriend and girlfriend. But when she came here because of her domestic violence that she suffered from, I opened my house up to her as a friend, just as a friend. And we always, and Sunday before we had the massive argument we had 4 weeks ago, right? We were sitting here, we were eating Uber Eats together, having a laugh, and I paid. It was my first pay that I got, first real big pay from my work, and I went, let's get Uber Eats at 12 o'clock at night. This is before lockdowns and shit like that happened. We had ribs and fucking, it was the best. $71 worth of fucking food. Like, the most I've ever paid for food is around about that in a restaurant. Anyhow, in a restaurant, by myself, or just one person's meal. All right. So that's what we'll go. That's it with the recapping. That's why I made this video. It's not clout, and it's not anything else than I just want people to be aware that men suffer as well. And I've suffered the last 2 days. And I broke down. At the beginning of the video, you can rewind it back. And I was uncontrollably sobbing to the point that I woke up and I'm like, I felt good about myself. Don't get me wrong. I'm not depressed. I'm not suicidal. I'm not homicidal. All right. I'm not any of that mental health stages. But I wake up and I just do my normal thing when I wake up. Go and check everybody else's channels out. Who's streaming? Who's not? Donate a couple of fucking biddies to someone, and then I'll start streaming myself. And sometimes I used to do 3 o'clock in the morning streams all the time when I was living in the country, because I had nothing else to do but look after my chickens that I've got. Now I go to work, or will be going to work after lockdown, and looking after 10,000 fucking chickens. But South Australia's out of lockdown. I'm out of lockdown from 12 midnight, just gone. So we've been free for 4 hours. Okay, and because now I'm on a tier 3 site. It was a tier 3 cluster. Okay, and it's now so to 2. It was tier 1, now it's tier 3. Now all I had to have is a negative test, my first test, and which I got. I don't need, probably I will go the 13th day. I will go and have a test, and that'll be it. So I've done my course. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for streaming on Twitch. Brucey, you're a legend. And one day I'll get to Fiji and we'll have cocktails on the beach. It sounds really good. One of my favorite movies is Cocktail with Tom Cruise, but my all-time favorite movie that smashes every movie out of the park for me is Top Gun. And I can watch Top Gun and quote every single line from that fucking movie to the point that I'm actually in it and acting in it. Do you know what I mean? My acting is shit compared to anybody else's acting too. I'm no fucking actor. I'm more of a director than actor. I like being an organizer. But all my movies, I'm always in a cameo with them. So, or play a lead role. In Wolves, I played the lead role as a special operations covert dude. Now, look at my body. I have a special operations body, not. But we wanted to make it. Wolves is about a special ops team that's thrown into the deep end during a biohazard. And it's not COVID. And we made this. We made this movie just before COVID was gone rampant. Started making it in November 2 years ago. So then we care about soldiers and their mental health problems. So this is a movie about my character's mental health problems being a soldier and the stuff he goes through every day. And it's also a war movie, right? But so the threat of a biohazard bomb going off in a certain city, in an Asian city, not far from Australia. So I play an Australian special ops operative. All right, and then we have the evil guys who are the bad guys, which are the part of the Eastern Bloc. We don't name any country in Europe. So the Eastern Bloc consists of, say, from, let's try to work out with my European knowledge. So basically, you got France, okay, here. So everything going backwards towards Japan, they're all Eastern Bloc. And they've been taken over by a dictator. So all of them, like Russia, is no more. It's counted as the Eastern Bloc. So I'm not letting out much of the storyline, but that's the plot of Wolves. Now, Wolves is the name of the operative group, and we have fun. We have fun filming it. We get dressed up in. You would see if you have a look at some of my Facebook pages, or some of my Facebook pages, Mark. You would see many pictures of me dressed up in special ops shit. And I'm not paramilitary or anything like that. That's just how it is. And what I'll do is I'll add you to our group so you can see what we do. Hempstead Films and cast and crew and some fans. Now lapse a little bit where we just invite any old man and dog. I'm not saying that you're a bad person or anything, but I'll invite you to that. While I'm here, might as well invite these other people. Oh, there you are. So you're just about to get a invite. Have a look at it. We do talk about. I don't know if you've got it or not because it just came up as an error. I invited too many people. Sorry, I'm meant to be going on to some gaming. Yeah, you've been invited, so you should be able to get in there now. When there's someone's birthday that's been on set or something like that, and I don't have a list of birthdays, I only go by Facebook's birthdays that come up. And one of our people that's been part of our production for a long time, we just put a nice saying happy birthday. Now, Paddy's birthday was the other week. Paddy is one of the main characters, and I sent him $30. Now, I don't do that a lot for everyone, but I sent him $30 out of my own money and out of the production. And this is for people in the production. We always, if you got it, there actually is a competition at the moment, Mark, as well, running. So I want you to go into that. I'll tag you in it so you know where it is. It's an easy question. Just there's some tricky answers. It's multiple choice. Now the succubus is Sonia. So if you see the succubus, that she actually plays the succubus in Palin 2. All right. She doesn't have a massive role in that, and she doesn't need to be used again because I already said to her she's done with her stuff. Not because of what she's finished with her. So there you go, mate. That'll give you some rundown of what we do. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, we try our best. What I'll do is also send you this. This is our production company. Now, we're not. If you're thinking Hollywood, don't think Hollywood. This is way more amateurish than Hollywood. We don't have big movie trucks or anything like that. We don't have big vans and you name it. We don't have fucking production crew running around with fucking. We have walkie-talkies. We have 2 walkie-talkies for the whole fucking production. one goes to me, and the other one goes to the base camp where we're working. So we're working at away from where we've set up our little thing where all the makeup artists are and stuff like that. And we only have one makeup artist on set now. We used to have 5 on stage, maybe 6. But we had 94 people, and our biggest shoot, 94 people on set at one time. We have fed them, we watered them, we looked after them. When we were actually away in country town in South Australia, we gave them $800, not a head, but $800 it cost us to put them up, which was fun. And we went to the pub that night, and a few of us got a little drunk, and then it was 2 a.m., 3 a.m. when we went to bed, and several of us had to get up at 8 to start getting stuff ready for the day. So the cameraman, myself, an assistant director, executive producer, all were on set where we had to be at location at 8 o'clock in the morning. I was fucking struggling that morning. I had about 8 cups of coffee before I even looked at and doing anything. And we just have fun. It's just all about fun. Now, I have several props here. I don't normally do this. Yeah, that's a real combat knife. I have it just sitting there because I like displaying shit without displaying it. What else we got? Here there's some gloves and shit, like combat gloves. Just in case I need to open some mail. There's a switchblade. Like this stuff that doesn't leave my house unless we're doing a shoot. And when we go to a shoot like that, I always let the cops know what we're doing, because we're walking around with technically plastic guns, but they look like real ones. I have a bazooka, a homemade bazooka that doesn't have any electronics to it, sitting in my production room there. I have a room that's just a jump room, and I call it my production room because everything from the movie that shouldn't be in the shed or in storage outside is in there. Like costumes, we have several flak jackets, combat vests. We have, stuff like this. This here is what I wear on set as Ron Bronson. It's an Australian flag with a Punisher symbol. What else we do? Like, there's a movie called Alone, which is about domestic violence, which is about a stalker that stalked someone, and it's about domestic violence, and we want to support domestic violence the way that it should be supported, and not glorifying it, making people aware this does happen in people's homes. And yeah, it's controversial. That cover picture on that page, that cover picture on that page, on that group page, is of me getting chloroformed. Okay, now I'm in that scene. All right, I've come home, and I'm a police officer in that. I'm an undercover police officer, and the guy behind me is Mike, and he is the stalker. Now, he chloroforms me, and there's several pictures that I can send you. I'm being tortured. Now, I'm not going to put it on here because, well, it is what it is. Okay, and we had fun that day mucking around with what we needed to do. But with Alone is a movie that we didn't think would go as well as it did. Like, getting it together production wise, but it's one of our best movies we've done. We've got 2 scenes to go, 3 scenes to go, and we finished it. Because of lockdown, we can't do anything. We need more than 10 people on set, and we can only have 10 people. So it's a big Well, happy birthday. What do you mean? It's not my birthday, bro. You misconstrued it. Someone's birthday is on set, and what we do is, if they've been on set with us, we send them a message on that page. And you'll see there's 64 people on that page, but at one stage there was like 160. We had to cut a lot of people off. And that's what it's come down to, like the today, tonight bullshit. And I have to be careful who's on this page and who's not, because I don't need them having information going back to the. And it's calmed down to where it was. Like we had people on set that were they decided to do the Today Tonight thing with the news service, and there was one girl on there who she went into special ops mode where she was hiding from me, but she was my friend, but she was on the other side of you. She was a double agent, if you want to call it that. And then when Today Tonight all happened, she added someone as an admin to the page, which was her boyfriend, right? And I didn't know he was an admin until too late, and then the whole page was taken over. Not this page, another page. So we had basically the same page. We just had to make a new page. It doesn't matter. So I wasn't quick enough to ban him, and then the whole thing just went, and I just left the group. Because I don't think he said that shit like that. Then I sent a message on it. It's nice to know who your friends are and who your friends aren't. And you said to me you will stand by me with this stuff, and yes, you know, there was no contract signed. Okay, so what we did it, how I did it was like you come to set. If you want to be in the movie, you come. There's no ifs, buts, and maybes. You know, and I was running the whole thing by myself, doing the casting by myself, doing the running sheets by myself. I'm not saying that, and I enjoy doing it. Don't get me wrong. I could spend 4 hours doing pre-production stuff to go ready for a shoot, say tomorrow. But we used to give people 2 hours, two hours notice, 2 weeks notice. That gets people to work out what they're going to do that day, if they're going to be on set, and how long they're going to be on there. How long do you need me for? Usually, I said, at the most 2 hours, at the least probably an hour and a bit. So there's a lot more that comes down to filming than just rocking up and filming. Like, I've got to carry, obviously, costumes, makeup, the props. But, my car the other day when we were going to shoot was just full of movie stuff. And we were going to shoot up at Winter, and then I cancelled it because of COVID. Just fucking blew up. And I said, I'm not driving up there and then getting stuck up there. I wouldn't have got stuck. I would have said, well, lockdown didn't happen until the Tuesday, and I was going up there on the Sunday, but I would stay the night at my parents' place and then I had to work on Monday, which didn't happen because of that, and then my car fucking shat itself anyhow. The Jeep shat itself. So I had my dad came down instead of me going up and dropped me his car, which was lovely of him. And I do love my parents a lot. It's just they don't understand sometimes my mental health and there's domestic violence. My dad said, you do what you need to do, Matt, but don't involve us. And I said, that's fine. Can I just talk to you about it? And he said, yes. So, yeah. I want to thank you, Mark, and thank you for Chris. And we've gone off track again. Thank you, Chris, for dropping in. Thank you, Bone Daddy, for your little. He's working at the moment, but he sent me a message. Everybody, stay safe, and let's. If you're from South Australia, let's just knock this in the head now. Just let's make sure we don't have any more COVID cases. Wear your mask. Just do the right thing. If I see you in the street without a mask, I'll offer you one. And if you say, I'm not wearing one because I don't believe in COVID, I say, well, that's fine. You have your $5,000 fine. And you know what? May even be reporting you to the police that you won't wear a mask. Now, that might be controversial that way. And might get myself in the shit with them, but I don't give a fuck. If it's going to save my community, I'll add you now, bro. Just go through and add you to the ones. And Australia is not the COVID capital of the world, right? But at the moment, Sydney are really struggling. They have over 143 cases, approximately around about that a day. They've had 4 people die in the last, no, 8 people die, I think. 8 people die in the last month. I know that doesn't seem a lot compared to a lot of other countries, right? But for Australia, we've held on as much as we can. Do you know what I mean? So there's, I've opened you up to my Instagram page. There's several pictures of my kids there. There's one picture of Caleb sleeping, and I got him sleeping. We had a sleeping stream. It was Caleb and Caleb when he hurt his fucking back and his neck, and there's pictures of me doing letterbox drops and stuff like that. Me in hospital. Me at fucking, my massive game on NBA 2K21 where I scored 23 points, 3 rebounds, and 12 assists in my last game for that team. There's GTA. There's several selfies of me. There's Caleb there sitting on his phone. There's also a lot of movie stuff where I've just put up pictures and you can see what it's all about. And that's I'm letting you into my life, bro. Like, this is my life. A lot of this stuff, I've been on Instagram for a while now. On Twitter, my Twitter is Rodman730. Been on Twitter for over 12 years, I think. Over 20,000 tweets, which is not many compared to some people. You've got Twitter. Most of the stuff's on the Discord anyhow. But, and as I said, if we had a proper, what's his name happening, a proper Twitch channel, you would see all this, and we'd be talking on Twitch, not on fucking YouTube. So there's my Twitch. Oh, hang on, that's maybe not. That's going. So that's my Twitter. What's it doing? It should come up straight away. It may just do that. But I want to thank you for your time, guys. Please be safe. And if you've got any questions, please ask me. Please message me. I've put several links in the chat. I've put my Facebook in there, which I don't normally do, which is a real fucking, that's a big thing for letting people have my Facebook. So, and I'm happy to field questions. I can't solve your problems. You need to go and. That's not right. Sorry. I don't have any real answers for domestic violence for anyone. But what I can do is I've got an ear to listen, and I can tell you my experiences. But please seek help, because help's out there for you. There's my Facebook page. If you want to send me a message, you can send me a request, but I will ask you a question like, where did you get my Facebook from? And you'll say, from your stream. And I said, that's fine. And I'll add you. All right. Well, I'll leave it there, guys. We're not going to do much else. I'm going to go and play some NBA 2K. It's NBA day today on Wednesdays. And the schedule I put up. Okay, and we'll just go from there. But I love you guys very much. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Bone Daddy. Thank you, Brucey, for streaming it on Twitch. Thank you for everyone's time and patience. I did spam the fuck out of this thing because I'm like, people have to realise, and I'm not using this as clout or anything like that. I'm no better than anybody else. And if you go back and watch the beginning of the video, we'll explain to you how I feel about what I've gone through just in the last few months. We say technically the last probably month and a half. I did say month before, but I think it's a lot more than that. Awesome, no problem. Thanks, Mark. I think I haven't spoken to Brucey, and I think Brucey would be fine to stream some 2K on his thing. Brucey wants to do American truck driver, but he can't do it at the moment because he got no steering wheel. he can't do it on the keyboard because he can't get it to work properly. So if anybody's got any suggestions, please send it to Bruce's channel. Give him a shout out, because he really wants to play the game and he can't work out the controls that well on keyboard and mouse. And playing a game like that would be so frustrating. Like he can put, I think he can actually put his, if he's got PlayStation or Xbox controller into his PC. Right? I know he can do that, but he, at that fucking moment, he's like so frustrated. I can't play this game. I really want to play this game. And I've said to him, I said, don't worry about it, dude. It's all good. It's all good. And that's what we do as a community with the Agent Rodman community on Twitch, which you won't find because I have a ban at the moment. So please don't go looking for it. You're not going to find it. But what I'm going to do is we do some self-promoting. And if you want to self-promote your stream on here, Mark, let's do it. I've got a couple of people in here. I'm trying to get it to fucking work. For some reason it's not working. It's always the way. Yeah. It's always the fucking way. Big Brucey and his big stream he's been having. Brucey's been kicking. He's going to get affiliate before me. About the way he's going. And Brucey just put his up, so I'm just trying to help him with it. Because at that time now, it wasn't like it before. And as I said, he's going to be affiliate before I am. That's going to be it. All right, we'll leave it there. I've said we're going now for about 8 times. So please follow those links. I don't think the Twitter one works. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. Still didn't work. So we'll do some 2K. What's the time? So I've got to watch the time because I want to go out and do some letterbox dropping as well. And I want to head out about 7 o'clock. I need to have a shower and shit too, so get that stuff together. Here is the Twitter. But everything's on the Discord as well. Shall we do the Discord again? This is taking too long. We're going to leave it. Thank you, guys. We'll just play a song out, and then I'll just shut it down. I fucking love this song. All right. Thank you. I've got to go to the bathroom anyhow. Stay safe, everyone. Don't do a cooking screen, chat. I can't get in your room. I think it's coming out to that front room we need to move on. Thank you, guys. Peace out. That's it. I feel so much better. I've got it off my chest, and I love you guys very much. And we'll see you on stream soon. We're going to do some 2K.